My mom screamed at me to leave and never return, so I did. A few weeks later, my dad questioned why I'd ceased covering the house loan. Here's my response: cut them off entirely. This occurred 3 months back, and I'm still dealing with the aftermath. Get ready, as this tale includes it all. Demanding parents, money tricks, household conflicts, and truly the most gratifying conclusion you'll encounter. I'm using made-up names for confidentiality, but the rest is completely accurate and backed up. I'm a 29-year-old guy, and this awful ordeal began during my childhood in a typical suburban area near Phoenix. My household was the epitome of chaos, though I only grasped how severe it was as I matured and gained insight. My mother, Linda, embodied every flaw of spoiled women who won't mature. Imagine a 45-year-old ex-cheerleader who hit her peak in high school and couldn't move past it. She had a part-time job as a front desk worker at an upscale dentist's practice, mainly because it boosted her ego to be around affluent customers. She'd always chatter about the luxury vehicles in the lot and the clients' outfits. My father, Robert, was a reserved, diligent man who oversaw a modest storage facility for plumbing materials. Decent person, but utterly dominated by my mom. She had him so under her thumb that he'd simply agree to any wild idea she voiced. I never witnessed him challenge her on anything. The deal with my mom. She fixated on looks and cash, yet lacked any drive. She'd pass by enormous mansions in upscale areas and grumble, "Why don't we own fancy stuff like that?" while dropping $200 weekly on beauty treatments and purchases. She'd moan about poverty while getting delivery meals 4 times weekly since preparing food was too lowly for her. My little sister, Emma, spotted the absurdity young and turned into a nonconformist. Began associating with a goth group, added body art, the full package. Mom despised it since Emma didn't fit her ideal family image. As for me, I ended up as the favored kid by chance because I excelled in numbers and had innate guiding abilities. But still, no achievement sufficed. Earn an A, why not an A+, land on the dean's list. Tommy's mother mentions he's earning grants. It was draining to chase her unreachable expectations. The cash disputes between my folks were endless. Dad would arrive exhausted from 50-plus-hour shifts, and Mom would instantly launch into complaints about affording this or that. But she'd never propose increasing her hours. That was the guy's duty per her old-fashioned views. I figured out young that schooling was my escape route. While peers played games or loitered at shops, I studied and took side gigs. Not from passion for learning, but knowing if I stayed trapped there, I'd become as unhappy as Dad. High school meant me juggling a side job at a nearby eatery with every tough course available. I began clearing tables, but rose to junior supervisor by final year. The boss mentored me on running operations, dealing with patrons, and leading teams. I discovered I had a talent for it. Mom would boast to pals about my scores and diligence, but then pivot and gripe that I was too solemn and should prioritize key matters, like romancing trendy girls and athletics. I finished as top student and secured a partial grant to Arizona State for business administration. With the grant, loans, and saved earnings, I could pull it off. Mom's reply: "At least you'll earn well to support us. We can't tell the full story in a short video. If you want to see the full story, click the link in the